Hello everybody and welcome to episode 26 of the Chesterfield of Dreams. This is the start of the 5th season of the series, and unfortunately it won't be any much different to season 4 as we're still stuck in League 1. But if you haven't seen episode 99 of the Le Mans Odyssey, if you're a fan of that series, you should definitely check it out. I'll leave it in the description below. But to move on to FM15, we have pre-season nearly finished, just a week or so of preparation to go, but you'll get a general idea of how we're doing. If we look at our schedule, we've played a variety of friendlies and getting different results. We destroyed Traversal 8-1, no problems there. And then we played one of my former clubs from the Trophy Tour, Sturm Graz, and there's some old friends still with the Blackies, but they beat us 4-2 despite a very resolute effort from my team. Unfortunately, we lost to Millwall 2-0. They were promoted in the playoff system after a good end of season for them. Crew Alexandra were no match for us as we got a winner through Jordi Hawula. Lee Griffiths also succeeding, but there was an injury I want to talk about in that game. Had big consequences for my plans for this season, and we had to make adjustments for that. 3-3, a really good result here against Stuttgart, probably my favourite German team. We had a great, well, it was a dreadful start actually, conceding within 5 minutes. We got an equaliser through Lee Griffiths, and then we conceded again before half time. They made it 3-1 through a penalty. Kenji Gore, who's recovering from his injury, made it 3-2. And then Gabili Aribli splashed an 87th minute equaliser into the top corner after a scramble in the box. So delight there. And then we went home to my home of Ireland to play friendly against Fairhouse Clover. I've no affiliation with them, but they offered me a friendly. Well, I checked in the things I could do in terms of who I could play, and I picked them, and Gabli Aribli saved our blushes with that 90th minute winner. So we just have to play our feeder club Matlock in a friendly, and then we begin our campaign at home to Coventry City. We drew Port Vale in the Capital One Cup. We've got history with them, having won the league on their ground. The 2-1 game here. No, we were at home, excuse me. That was our famous win that clinched us the title in season 1. And then in Cambridge we have a poor record against them. Plymouth, Bury, Shrewsbury, Walsall, Blackpool, Rochdale, Bradford and Brentford are our first few games. Brentford must have come down. And Sheffield United, we have to keep an eye on them as they've got big money bags back in them now, and they've a new manager. So obviously the new regime isn't pleasing everyone, but they got Harry Wilson here. Fox in the Box will certainly be interested in this, but he's got a big money deal to sign with Sheffield United. And there's other players here like Charlie Adam on money, Rodrigo Possebon, big money, Stephen Whittaker, big money. So we cannot compete with them in financial terms, but they are one of the favourites to go straight up into the championship. So that should be an interesting scuffle. But now to talk about my consequences for injuries. That guy who I was talking about, he was Gabriel Almeida. He was injured against Crewe and suffered a torn hamstring, so I cancelled the loan deal immediately. There's no point keeping him on the wage bill and taking up a position. So that obviously disappointed me. I thought he'd be a great filler for that position, and he was gone. And then speaking of Sheffield United, I put in an offer for one of their guys as well, Stefan Skugel, and look what happened to him. He's injured as well. So I put in an offer, and during the negotiations after they accepted, he got immediately injured, so there's no point having him on the team. So what did I do instead? Gotta go back. Sorry. Yeah, we need to go back and see what I did instead. Well, let's talk about our successful signings. Regan Booty will play left wing and left midfield for us this season. He was a free transfer from Huddersfield. He has some decent stats from the Championship, and if you can replicate those in the third tier, I'll be absolutely delighted. But we'll see what happens. Benik Afobe was available in a free transfer from Gillingham. He scored 20 goals in 42 appearances in the League 2. You can see there 20 goals in 42, and he got 3 goals in the Cup, so he should be a better option than Owen Doyle. if he settles in at the Pro Act, but you never know. So my final signing was a Chilean attacking midfielder who can play anywhere in the higher up positions, and he doesn't speak English, but he will add some vital experience, and he has good solid stats, with flair being his highest. So something different for Chesterfield here, but again, he's not trained in England, so it's going to be difficult to fill in those 6 homegrown minimum positions, but I should manage. And then in transfers out, Owen Doyle has yet to find a new club, but he was really not a good fit anymore for Chesterfield. He had one really good season, and then just from there on in he petered out dramatically. Jay O'Shea is also gone, but Shamrock Rovers, bless their hearts, they just couldn't get a deal from because they couldn't afford his wages. We let go from some youngsters I didn't want anymore. But one signing that was kind of regrettable, but it was kind of a good idea at the same time, was to let Cody Cropper leave for Middlesbrough. New York City FC plotted an interest, and he decided, please accept an offer if it comes from New York FC. But instead, Middlesbrough gave the most viable transfer option, spending 275k up front and then a few instalments to add up to my valuation. So what was I going to say? Yeah, so now we're down to 2 goalkeepers after I was trying to balance 3 goalkeepers. And now, if you look at my promises, Tommy Lee's promise is running out. Jakob Rinne is doing well. Luke O'Neill wanted a transfer, but Millwall refused to pay what I wanted, so he's staying put. And Kenji Gore wants more for first team football as well. So I was looking forward to having Cody Cropper as my new number 1. He had a great half season as he finally started to learn how to play for us. But now Jakob Rinne is going to have to be my number 1 with Tommy Lee, who I hope will get a testimonial at some stage. Is declining dramatically and he's not happy about it. But I'm just hoping he has enough years at the club to qualify for the testimonial match, and that would really be cool because I didn't get to play any of them in FM14. But I know it doesn't really make much of a difference in this game. It'd just be a nice touch to celebrate the career of a very dedicated goalkeeper. So as far as I'm aware, the testimonials, you need to be at the club for 11 years. Like, you need to qualify for 10 years and then stay for the 11th season. So if you look at Leighton Baines, for example, he's been at the club since 2007/08. This should be the year that his testimonial kicks in, but we're now in the year 2019, so Everton decided to give him a testimonial this season. So I hope I don't have to wait that long for Tommy Lee's testimonial. They can see they played Stevenage in a 1-1 draw, so that was very touching. But that's pretty much the majority of things I need to say. My finances are good. We got better income from sponsorship, and the board were willing to put in the shareholders' money. They've increased my transfer revenue available, and we're going to get season tickets in. So we're going to probably lose a lot of money again if the ticket sales don't increase. We had a reasonable average attendance compared to last season, but we need to have that go up again as we want to sign players on better contracts, and if we get to the championship, then they'll be boosted yet again. Injury news, we have some to talk about, and it's a biggie here for Sean Hutchinson, who also has a torn hamstring, and he's out for 3 months, and that's terrible news, even though I have a good variety of centre backs. Excuse me, I'm just hiccuping. Reddington and Raglan are probably my best 2, with Noai Baba and Simon Tipple also available. But where is he? Thomas Barat, and he was injured long term as well, and he's only just coming back. So I am on the bare bones in terms of my youth, but we have some to look forward to in earnest, such as Brian Gray. I decided to give him a promotion just in case Luke O'Neill rage quit and was sold. But apart from that, we generally seem to be okay with injuries, nothing too serious. We've got some other guys who are filling in positions, such as Sean Wilson. He's pretty good. just 18 years of age, and he's well and truly on the way to success. So we can play him a few times this season and see how he fares. But that's going to be my formation yet again. I'm going to play the 4-2-3-1. I've changed the 4-3-3 to a 4-4-2 diamond, or the 4-1-2-1-2 as I prefer to call it. But apart from that, I'm staying with the majority of the squad that managed to muck up promotion last season, with all due respect. And my training, it seems decent enough. We're going to attack movement on weekends before the matches, and then defending coaching midweek. I'm a 3.5 star coach now in my attacking trait, and Juan Vuela is a 4-star coach in terms of shooting, so that's great. You can probably show my stats. Actually, I haven't shown you them in a while. They have boosted organically, which is cool, but we've played over 200 games with the club, winning 90, losing 85 and drawing 32. My goal difference is still in the negative, but that will surely change if we have any intentions of making a serious assault on this League One. The goal difference is a massive priority. We have to improve that this season, and hopefully the goalkeeping situation will calm down, as Jakob Rinne will be my undisputed number 1 until further notice. And that should pretty much be the wrapping up of the episode now. Competitions were in the same competitions as we were last year. Another FA Cup run would be excellent, as making those massive gate receipts against Man United was a huge relief to our cash flow. Our League One campaign, we want to compete for promotion, but there's all sorts of teams that have the same ambition. Bradford are back in the league. They were relegated. Who else got relegated? I think the Leyton Orient might have. No, they didn't. No. Brentford are down. And who else? Preston. Yeah, Preston are back in the league. So at least 3 teams who want to get promoted straight away. And here's a look at the Championship, where we want to be in future. Southampton, curiously enough, got it relegated. I talked about it on Twitter. But poor old David Moyes was recruited to save their season, and he failed at getting the majestic Southampton relegated for the first time in a couple of seasons. So that's really disappointing. But apart from that, that'll be the absolute finish of the episode. Make sure you watch Le Mans 99 and let me know how you think. But there'll be more Chesterfield of Dreams, or less, depending on how interested you are in the League One. And I'm looking forward to the winter transfer update. We can probably do more things with that, and I have 1 or 2 plans that will hopefully come to fruition then. But for now, this series will continue unabated, and it's up to you what you want to see and what you don't want to see, as I try to get us promoted again. But for now, thank you very much, and we'll speak again soon. Bye.